Okay, 100 Cups Colombia fans. Today, finally, we're going to get this video done from El Vergel in Amaga. Beautiful little coffee finca with the steepest driveway that you've ever seen. Now, one of the interesting things about this driveway and its steepness is going up it. I got to tell you, going up that driveway is what let me understand a little bit about my cancer diagnosis before I knew I had cancer. Because going up that hill nearly killed me, but it was worth every second because Café El Vergel is number one. Watch the video. I'll be back afterwards to tell you a little more. Hello. Yeah, school's out time. Hello. What, close the door there, pal. ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo, eres? Ah, yo fui a ir por ese lado. Well, it's been an adventure getting here to Vergel. I nearly died coming up that hill, which just shows I do need to go to that gym. But have a look at this. Just have a look at it behind me there. I can breathe. I can breathe. It's nice being up here on the mountain. So, more coffee in the morning. Whew. Right, folks, so here we are up on the mountain in Amaga, Colombia, in Finca El Vergel. So it's very steep up here, so what we're going to do is we're going to get Stevie, the guy who's growing the coffee here. He's going to take us up to his drying shack and he's going to show us all the different situations with the beans. And then, because the coffee's very high up and I'm very lazy and my back still hurts a bit from yesterday on the bike, what we're going to do is we're going to fly the drone up to the coffee. That's why we got the drone, you see. We're not daft. Anyway, let's get on with it. We'll see you up. I can smell it. I can smell the coffee from here. So before we go up to the drying room, you got to see the what would we call it? Cereza. Cereza would be cherry. You've got to see the coffee cherries. So let's take a look at that. Let's get Stevie in and let's take a look at that right now. Right, Stevie, you're on. Tell us all about the cerezas.
Cerezas, sí. Son estas. Esta es la cereza del café. Como podemos ver, está pues mixeado de diferentes colores porque estamos en una traviesa, no en una cosecha.
Entonces, now that's very interesting. So you'll see that some of the coffee beans here are like that real beautiful red color and some of them are a bit green. That's because right now we're in that moment between harvests. So the coffee trees keep on producing But when you're in between the major harvests, you'll inevitably end up getting some green beans in with the red ones.
Es correcto. Es que para los productores pequeños es muy costoso volver a pasar día tras día para recoger los colores. El punto más óptimo de una recogida de café, estamos hablando de estos colores. Este es el color óptimo para recoger un grano de café.
If you're a small coffee producer, it doesn't make sense for you to go up the hill every single day and just pick the red ones. It's not going to work. You might as well take anything of a reasonable size. It's just not economical to do anything else.
Ya, y pues normalmente esto se ve pues porque estamos en la travesa, pero en la cosecha solamente se ven granos rojos. O sea,
so in the harvest,
solamente así.
In the harvest times, it's only red.
Only
in between the harvest, you get a little bit of green and a little bit of red.
Claro. Mira, podemos, aquí se puede despulpar y ese es el grano de café.
And that's your raw coffee bean right there. Now he will be left, and he goes upstairs, as you'll see just now. He goes upstairs to the drying room, and that's his next step. So that's it, folks. I mean, you're not getting any better than this. This is real people doing real coffee farming. This isn't huge industrialized stuff. It's very personalized, yeah, and that's what makes it the best. So behind me is the wild loft. Now remember, this is their first attempt, so this is a little bit rustic, and then we'll explain to you what Stevie's got planned for Finca El Vergel in the future, where he's going to do a little bit of glamping and kind of have like a hostel and the coffee. Let's get up and find out about those beans, shall we? So this is Stevie. Stevie's our main man in the coffee bean machine, and we're going to go up to the loft and Stevie's going to give us a run through of all the different beans. Vamos arriba.
Okay, vamos. Ahí esos perros.
And the dogs are getting wild. All adds to the fun.
Hace mucho calor, listo.
And it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot up here, which is the idea. Yeah? So we're going to sweat a little bit. That's if I don't fall off the roof to start with. Oh, toasty. So here we are in the drying room. So this will be a little bit of English and Spanish here between me and Stevie.
Spanish.
¿Dónde vamos a empezar, Steve?
No, si quieres de este lado.
Okay.
This place.
Okay.
¿Qué, en español o qué? Porque en inglés es muy complicado para mí.
En español. Cuéntame la historia.
Bueno, no, básicamente este es una marquesina, ¿cierto? Eso es una especie de marquesina en la cual es donde secamos los diferentes procesos de café. En este lado tenemos un café que no es lavado, que es fermentado con el propio murciélago.
So this is fermented coffee. This is the good stuff right here.
Okay, que se denomina en la industria red honey.
That's red honey.
A diferencia de este, que es uno que es lavado, que es diferente color.
Now this one's been washed and it's a different color. Entonces, ¿cómo se llama este?
Este se llama yellow honey.
That's yellow honey.
Ajá, y este es red honey, pero...
So you get a different flavor depending on the fermentation, which is a little bit like, you know, malted barley and whiskey and beer and stuff. Listo.
Okay.
¿Cuál es el próximo?
Bueno, digamos que cuando un café se despulpa,
when you take the pulp off the coffee,
y llega aproximadamente a la marquesina, serían unos 8 días de sol aproximadamente.
It takes about 8 days up here to dry it out properly.
Para que esté en su punto más seco.
to get it as dry as you can.
Para poder, digamos que comercializar o luego llevarlo a una tostión.
And that point it's ready to be sold or toasted depending on what they want to do with the coffee.
Es correcto. Básicamente uno se da cuenta de que el café ya es en su punto, es por el sonido de la almendra.
So it's the sound.
Que suena como una casca.
So you know it's ready when you get that particular sound out of it.
Es correcto. Una manera pues, otra manera más coloquial que uno dice es escogiendo granos al azar y quitándoles el pergamino. Esta cáscara dura es el pergamino.
So that coating, the coating on the outside is called the pergamino. You take a little bit of that off and chew the bean.
Es correcto. Y una manera pues básica de saber si el café ya está es al meterlo a la boca, nuestros dientes no podrán destruir el grano. Es el punto más óptimo para saber si el café ya está o no está.
Listo,
¿cierto?
perfecto.
En este caso, este café ya llegó a su punto y ya está para recoger.
Excelente.
Listo.
Ahora usted me estaba contando algo de este café de acá.
Bueno, normalmente cuando uno está haciendo el proceso de despulpado en la otra máquina, por temas de gravedad y por tema de una malla que tiene la máquina, la misma máquina separa los granos de muy buena calidad, regular calidad y baja calidad.
So when this goes through the depulper, there's a maze. I can't think. There's you know, it sorts out the big beans from the small beans, and there's ones that float and ones that sink, and that allows you to see which are the size you want and which are the quality you want, because the bad ones tend to sink.
It's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Entonces, digamos que entre varios procesos que hay tenemos el café unificado, el café regular y los cafés denominados pasillas, que no es que sea un café malo, sino que es un café que en el momento de que estaba en el palo pues no alcanzó a desarrollarse bien, de pronto fue picado por una broca o fue...
Ahora ese broca, which what the broca is the Spanish word for a drill. And what that is, it's a little insect that gets into the coffee and drills its way in, damages the bean.
Es correcto. Entonces, la pasilla no quiere decir que sea un café malo, sino que es un café que no se recogió a su tiempo, es un café sobremadurado, es un café que de pronto lo picó una broca como veníamos hablando antes. Entonces, esos defectos que lo distinguen de otro tipo de calidades de café. Pero no es que sea un café malo. Normalmente
it's not bad. What it is it's got little defects that takes it out of the top end.
That's correct.
So this the kind of red guy that's the top end.
And this guy más saludable, para llamarlo así. Esto no es una almendra transparente. Este tipo de café lo compra la industria de cafés industriales, de marcas de consumo masivo.
Sello rojo.
Es correcto. Normalmente, por ejemplo, los cafés solubles los hacen con este tipo de calidades de café, los que son instantáneos, porque tienen que hacer millones de café para luego quitarle las partículas de agua. Es lo mismo que pasa con la leche en polvo, le quitan el agua y lo que queda es esto. Entonces la industria le interesa más este tipo de café que un café de otro producto.
So that's your cheap coffee right there that goes to Nescafe and all the cheap coffees, and these guys, the yellow and the red, are kind of like the top end ones that Stevie will use himself in the coffee that their personal brand, El Vergel. Well, that's I hope you learned something there, because you can tell this stuff, man. This is the good stuff. Yeah, that's what you want, boys and girls. That's the good stuff right there. And that's your boy. That's going off to the roasting. One of these days we'll get a proper roasting video as well. Right, well,
Okay.
many thanks, Stevie. Now we'll get the drones out. It's absolutely, what you can't get, the sensation that you can't get up here is just how hot it is, and I can feel my head sweating like a big old melon up here. Right, so we'll go back downstairs, we'll get the drones out, and we'll take you up to the coffee. Ya, estamos grabando. Bueno, ay carajo. Listo, ahora sí. Hasta luego. Hot as balls now. So you're gonna let me sneak past? I don't think he is, because he's a bit of a dick. Buenas. Si puedo meterme por ahí hoy. Excelente. Gracias. This is the bit where I couldn't get up yesterday. Yeah, ficker. Okay, folks, that was the wonderful world of Café El Vergel in Amaga. I loved it up there. I hope you loved it too. I'd like to send a big thanks to Carlos, who owns it, and Stephen, his son, who showed me around. Great time. Loved it. Okay, that's it for Amaga. Next, we'll be seeing you in deepest Jardín. Now, I'll remind you one more time, because if you don't do it, I'll have to give you a bit of a slap, to subscribe and like, and send me a comment about me giving you a little slap.